Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the cabin. I'll tell you, it's a beautiful day in East Tennessee today, and I hope it is where you're at, and I hope that you're having a great week. There's a couple of things that I want to do today. One of them is to fix the intake hose from my water pump. Then the other is I've got a brand new chemical that they say will treat a lot of different types of insects. So let's get started. Well, the first thing that I want to do is take some of this alcohol and clean this hose off. And I apologize for any background noise. There's a whole lot of stuff going on the creek today. And we'll clean all this debris off of here so that it's nice and clean. What I've got here is actually some flashing that is really thin rubber. That I used on the roof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and go around this and cut a piece, and we'll apply this to it. This is actually what it looks like. Right about there. It wasn't going to take much. We'll get this peeled off of here. We'll cover it like this. I need to kind of get it started off right. Okay. And then we'll fold that up under there. Okay, we've got that on. Next, I've got some electrical tape. What I'm going to do is just kind of go over this some. I'll start off of it first, and then I'll pull myself into it. This is just to give it some rigidity or rigidness. And then we'll put some duct tape on the outside of that, but I believe this is not high pressure on the intake side, so I think that it will be all right. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this duct tape. We'll start a little bit wider than that, and we'll apply duct tape. Well, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I think that will work. But in order to find out, we'll go try it. Sorry about, like I said, all that background noise. That people are busy doing different things since it's springtime. I'm priming this pump here. Well, I guess as I'm talking here, you probably see these carpenter bees flying around. It's just they don't fly too close to that hornet's nest, but I've only got one of them. But I've got so many wood buildings around here that I was going to have to do something. Well, this is a chemical right here that I've got half of it because my sister and I, we shared some. It's called Bifen, B-I-F-E-N. We got it from Co-op. I think that there was 30 ounces in there, and it cost right at $50. So it's 25 bucks a piece, but it takes 1 ounce per gallon of water to be able to treat 75 different types of insects. It's a insecticide plus a termiticide, I guess, but it's good for ants, termites, but Co-op said that this is a lot better than permethrin. Now I've already got marked on the jar what it is. I've got it marked on this dispenser. I'm going to mark it on this gallon jug right here. Well friends, I believe this is working. This is about the 4th or 5th day since I mixed that up. We've had so much rain around here, it's hard for me to get anything done. It appears to be working. Now, this great big hornet's nest that I've got here was helping out before I got this, because I really didn't see any carpenter bees around the front side of the cabin. You did see some on the sides and on the back and all the other buildings out there. But I sprayed the porch down pretty good, and every once in a while one may wander through, but he doesn't stay, it leaves. I also had some very small bees, like boring little bitty holes right here. I don't know what type of bee they were, but I sprayed all these posts down and I don't even see them flying around anymore. So this Bifen, let me recommend that, because I think that it's going to work. It's, like I said, it's been this 5th day maybe. I don't really see any bugs out here at all to speak of compared to the years previous. And it doesn't cost that much. Like I said, it was 30 ounces was right at 50 bucks. So we split it, we got 15 a piece. That makes it, a little over $1 an ounce. But it makes a whole gallon. So there you go. Now I've got another project that I need to work on, which I'm making myself a wrench. This is for working on the roof down there at the new building. You know, if it happens to be warped or a little bit out of line, I can actually sit this over the top of it and I can push it one way, or I can pull it back the other way. So what I need to do is I need to pull the edges down on this. I made this out of one of the 2x6s that I used for the roof down there. It was a cutoff. So let's see if we can round these edges off. Tell you, when it comes to doing a job quick, this is really a nice tool to have right here. I've used it for countless things. I'm going to take the cutting wheel off right now and put this blade back on that I used to take down. It's got teeth around it that I use to whittle down problematic places. Put the battery back in it. We'll be ready to go. And this right here removes a lot of material real fast. Well, this is a pretty crude wrench, but at least the sides are smoothed down. And what it's for, if my roof rafter happens to be bowed out or twisted or whatever, I can actually slide this down over it and pull it this way, or I can push it in the opposite direction. But it basically works just like an open-end wrench. Anyway, that is for putting the roof on, and hopefully I won't have to redesign this and change it up any, but I believe it's going to work. Because I do have a few of them. The longer they stay in the sun, the more apt they are to bow and to twist. So we need to get the roofing material on and the black paper on as soon as possible, and at least get my strips that I'm going to screw the metal on, get those down so it will hold the black paper on. And that will buy us a little bit of time, but eventually the black paper ends up coming up as well. So yeah, we got us a new wrench for the roof down there at the timber frame workshop. Well, I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go down and take the grapple off and put on the pallet forks so that I can put that wire cage on, and we can use that to start the first 2 rows so that I have something to stand on, and then I can work my way up. I'm attaching this to my headache rack. There we go. Now that thing can't come off. You know, being able to have something like this, although, you know, it is cheap and it's not the best, but it does provide some protection, and of course you're not going to get in anything that's going to go up in the air without your belt on, right? So if I'm going to confine myself to this little 3x3 square, then I'm going to attach my safety belt to the headache rack. That way, if something happens and I had a failure with this cage, but still I would be hanging by the backstop up there on my pallet forks. And it will allow me to get the first couple of rows started up there. That way I'll have something to stand on once I get up there, and then I can continue my way on to the top. Well, I tell you, my grass is doing pretty good as well. I haven't done anything to it, haven't fertilized it, haven't aerated it, haven't done anything other than the fact that it rains all the time. And it's growing like a weed. Sometimes I have cut it twice in 1 week so far. But yeah, I'm kind of proud that I don't have to walk in the mud anymore. And then the other thing too is, you know, probably after I get the roof on the shed down there, probably what I'm going to do is start making arrangements to get the sawmill moved, because I don't actually have to have the sides on. But then I'm going to start milling up some material to make a back porch. I think I'm going to do that before I start the root cellar project. Because the porch is actually going to have a ramp that comes down the side of the cabin over here, so that will allow me to be able to go out the back door in the event that I couldn't get out the front door for an emergency. So thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us up here. We hope that these videos are entertaining enough to grab your attention, and hopefully there's something that's said in one of the videos that might help somebody with something that we might have learned up here on the homestead. Anyway, friends, we hope that you have a fantastic day. Again, thanks for stopping by. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.